I'm Captain
And
Logan.
I'm Jayson.
And yesterday, Jayson and I went to a comic book convention. We went to the biggest show in Kansas City, and that's Planet Comicon at Bartle Hall. They've just started having it at a big convention center, and it needed it, because it's been getting bigger and bigger every year. This year, they had more celebrity guests than they've ever had. It's usually mostly just comic book guests. They had plenty of those, too, and then, like, a couple of celebrities. This year, lots of celebrities, and it drew a much bigger crowd than I've ever seen before. Honestly, this was probably one of the best shows I've ever been to. I had a really great time, and I got to take my dad. This was my dad and my stepmom. This was their first show, and they wanted to go because they wanted to meet Lee Meriwether for the most part. And we'll get to Lee Meriwether here in a little bit because I also got something signed by her, and I think you're gonna really like what I got signed. But anyway, so Jayson, did you have a good time?
Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of cool things did you get at the convention?
This one.
Oh, you want to talk about this first? Well, first of all, you got Tails.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got Tails. We got him at the show. And you got some Power Ranger stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
And
we got Jayson a Power Ranger sticker book from the Power Ranger movie. This was sealed. We just opened it and started putting stickers in this book. And Jayson's probably highlight of the show was this. We bought this at a booth. This Power Rangers print from first season, and Jayson's been watching a lot of original Power Rangers on Netflix, and really enjoys it. And who did you meet?
Black Ranger.
You met the Black Ranger.
Yeah.
We got to meet Walter Jones, the original Black Ranger, and Jayson recognized him because he's been watching original Power Rangers, and I was thrilled that we got to meet Walter Jones at the show because it was somebody Jayson recognized, and that was really fun. So we got this for Jayson, and Jayson got to go meet Walter Jones and get this signed, and he signed it right there next to the Black Ranger. And was that really fun?
Yeah.
Yeah? Was he really nice?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was really nice to Jayson. Like I said, Jayson recognized him immediately, and that was really fun. So that was one of our big highlights, probably one of Jayson's big highlights of the show. Jayson, let's talk a little bit about some of the other people you met. Jayson got his picture taken with some superheroes. He met a lot of superheroes. We didn't take pictures with all of them, but we will show you the ones that we did take. And Jayson, what were some of the superheroes you got to meet?
Green Ranger.
You got to meet the Green Ranger?
Yeah.
Did you meet the Red Ranger?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of Jayson's favorites because Jayson is the Red Ranger, and Jayson's, our son's name is Jayson, and so he really likes the Red Ranger. Who else did you meet?
Wonder Woman.
You met Wonder Woman?
Yeah.
Yeah? Did you meet Superman?
Not Superman.
Oh, no, we saw Superman, but you didn't actually talk to him. Who else did you talk to?
Batman.
Did you talk to Batman?
Yeah.
Yeah? Who's your favorite superhero you talked to?
Deadpool.
Deadpool?
Yeah.
Yeah, was he really cool?
Yeah.
So, you might not expect this, but the nicest Deadpool, or the nicest person that Jayson talked to, the best with kids, was a Deadpool. There was a lot of cosplay at this convention, some of the best cosplay I've ever seen, and there were a lot of Deadpools. And I'm not a big Deadpool guy, but I've warmed up to Deadpool more and more over the last year or so, and of course I talked up real hard Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe, and saw Cullen Bunn yesterday and made sure to have him sign this for me. Cullen signed it right here, and anyway, what was kind of fun about Deadpool cosplayers that I'd never really thought about before is that everybody I met, there were probably 4 or 5 of them, and everybody I met who dressed up as Deadpool was having more fun than anybody else there because they were trying to also kind of have the personality of Deadpool. So when you would meet somebody playing Deadpool, they would just like kind of light up and dance around for you, and it was more of a good time meeting people like that. There was this one little kid Deadpool, probably like a 9 or a 10-year-old in a Deadpool costume, maybe a little bit older than that, and I was walking by him, and I said, "Hey, look, it's tiny Deadpool." And a lot of people turned their heads when I said that, and he just started, like, dancing around, and it was really funny. Who else did you meet? Did you see a Bane?
Yeah.
Yeah? And, did you see... This is so funny, because Jayson had never heard of this hero before, but it was one of his favorites, and we made sure and got his picture taken with him. Did you meet Captain Planet?
Yeah.
Did you like Captain Planet?
And Two-Face.
Oh, and you met Two-Face?
Yeah.
I wish I'd gotten a picture of her. There was a female Two-Face. It was one of the best Two-Face costumes I've ever seen, and it was a girl playing Two-Face. It was that was really fun. I'll show you some of the other stuff that we got at the convention. We got to meet Neil Adams, and we bought this print and had Neil Adams sign it, and so that'll go down here in the Batcave. And he was really nice. I didn't talk real extensively with Neil Adams. He had a line, but I did have him sign that. And then, as I always do when I go to these shows, I saw Jason Aaron and had him sign something. I've seen Jason Aaron 3 or 4 times now. And he if you don't know, he lives out here in Kansas City. He goes to and is affiliated with the comic book shop that I go to, Elite Comics, out here in Kansas City, and so he's always at this show, and I had him go ahead and sign Thanos Rising #1, since that just came out this week, and he and I talked a little bit about that, and he said it gets creepier and it gets darker and crazier, and that's what he's been saying, and I'm looking forward to seeing where that series goes. I also saw Dayton Ward, who I've actually set up with, or not with, but I went to a convention once where, really early in Geekvolution's history, where I was, where Vince and I were promoting Geekvolution, and we got set actually right next to Dayton Ward, who is a writer for Star Trek. He writes for Pocket Books. He has for a lot of years now, and he has a whole lot of Star Trek books under his belt, among other things, among stuff that he's written. Outside of Star Trek, original stuff for himself, and I always make sure and make a point to see Dayton every time I go to a show, and bought this book because this is about Picard dealing with Andorians, which would have been a great thing to have seen happen in the series with Picard, and so I'm looking forward to reading that. And finally, kind of the coolest thing, for me anyway, is we met Lee Meriwether, who was one of the Catwomen in 60s Batman, and I found the artist who did this Frank Gorshin print. I bought that from an artist, was it last year or the year before? I think it might have been even 2 years ago, I forget. But anyway, he was there again this year, and I was really stoked because he did that, and I was hoping to get a print of Lee Meriwether instead of just a straight photo. I like art, and I like trying to get celebrities and people to sign art when I can, and he didn't have one, but he said one of the things he does at these shows is he draws things for people on commission. And so I had him draw me a Lee Meriwether, and I was actually at the show a little bit longer than I was going to because I was waiting for that, but it was absolutely worth it. This is what he did up for me, and I think it's really, really great. And Lee Meriwether was really impressed with it too. She was talking about some of the people she thought that it resembled, and I was like, well, it kind of looks like you, and she was like, yeah, it does look like me. But anyway, Lee Meriwether is, man, I want to say she's in her late 70s. I want to say she's about 78, and she looks absolutely fantastic. And she was really classy and really gracious, and that's her signature. She has a great signature. And it was really funny too because when she was drawing her little cat face that she always does with her signature, she was kind of laughing at herself because she was like, I don't feel right doing art on this. So this is an original one-of-a-kind piece that I got done at the show and had signed by Lee Meriwether, and this is going to look great in the Batcave. I'm going to get it framed and probably put it up here with Frank Gorshin. So anyway, Jason, did you have a really good time at the convention?
Huh?
Yeah?
And we got a Batman Begins.
Batman Begins?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's a Batman Begins poster over there, but that has nothing to do with the convention. Oh, another thing that happened yesterday that I wanted to mention is, and I really wish I'd gotten their names. I did not get their YouTube names, but there were a couple of guys that were together that saw me and recognized me. And I was walking past them, and I heard behind me, hey, they kind of freaked out. Hey, that's that guy from Geekvolution. So I turned around and talked to him for a little bit, and they were really fun. And I signed one guy. One guy had a binder that he was going to have a bunch of people sign, and I had the privilege of being the first person to sign his binder. So that was really cool. Anyway, that was our weekend. We had a really good time at the convention, and like I said, that was probably one of the most fun shows I've ever been to. So anyway, thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you again really soon on Geekvolution. I'm Captain Logan.
And I'm Jayson.
See you later.
See ya.